and cross-minded, broad-minded, crossover. I can't talk. It's a crossover show. We're cross-eyed.
It's like May Sweeps, but in July.
I know, right? Is that what month it is? I don't
like
even know.
Christmas.
Like
baby.
You get in snow, you're getting girls, you have a black and white cookie.
The black and white cookie. You suck, man.
That's a diner cookie up by us.
Yeah, the only place I can get those is Nashville in Nashville. Oh, Nashville.
That is clever. Very clever.
I'm worried about the pickles, though, they have on the tables, because it's just a bucket with pickles in it, and I just assume there's like this scum on the top.
Well, people spit in it.
Yeah, they have to.
And they put their pennies in there, too. It's gross.
But the black and white. Oh, the black and white.
The black and white.
I have cookie envy right now, and I really hate you, so
well,
can you train?
Well, it's not like I'm doing this or anything. So.
I really do hate you for that. Okay, so
my name is Matt Rappaport. Jane Ellen is here. She's me and her do this thing called Plustainment. What's the name? Man, and some other people are on it sometimes, but they're MIA usually. And then this is Hangout Conversations, where I interview people and I introduce you, and I'm a long introduction about how beautiful and talented and amazing all these women are, and all that. But we don't have time for that. We want to get into the good
first
stuff.
we want to say you're interviewing the Broad-Minded Show. There are actually 5 of us on the show. Karen Elaine can't be with us tonight because she is traveling and she's in VFE and has no way to contact anyone in the universe. So Karen Elaine is usually with us on the show.
Hi, Karen.
We miss you, Karen. We miss you. So we have Lynette Young. She's purple. You know her. She does a lot of things with waving and social media and purple.
Karen is the queen of the plus.
Touchdown. Jane Ellen, of course, as I mentioned, she's lovely. She's blonde and she's also witty. And
I was voted wittiest girl in my high school class.
Were you?
That was like what? That was about like 5-6 years ago, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. And we have Cynthia Parrot. She is more than a parrot. She's witty. She's opinionated. She's got a great voice. She's got earrings bigger than my head. And, you know.
Thank you.
You got it. And then there's Miss Amy Gabriel. First woman ever to meet a man on Google Plus and publicly on air, get married to him, and get married to his kids and her own kids at the same time.
That's right.
Yeah. And I'm wearing my Incredible Hulk earrings that I got as a present.
Oh, the official ring? Let's see the official ring now.
Cracker Jack, what?
The official ring?
No, blue diamonds surrounded by white diamonds.
Blue Diamond Phillips? Wait, is that what you're calling him?
Yeah. Blue Diamond Phillips was at the wedding. He was running the camera.
That explains it.
So,
should we start there? What was it like to do that? Like, where did it come from? You just kind of went for it?
Well, everybody was really nervous, and it was very unorganized and disheveled, which, you know, is per usual. But nothing was rehearsed. And my parents were here. We thought that since we met on Google Plus, or actually I thought, and told my soon-to-be husband this is what we're going to do, because Jane Ellen actually suggested it.
Yeah, I did. And I asked him.
What did I say about that wittiness, you know?
I asked him. I said, Nick.
A nice set of witty
lines. Right. I thought it was great. I loved the fairy wings. And I thought that Nick wore his really well.
Yes. Yes.
So are you now...
actually wore a Thomas Pink shirt that I ironed. My first act as a wife. Believe it?
You ironed it before he got married, so you weren't yet technically...
well, yeah. Whatever. Semantics. Whatever. Anyway, I ironed. That's something. That's huge.
So are you now? Are we interrupting your honeymoon? You're on your honeymoon right now, right?
Yeah. We didn't have much of a honeymoon. Actually, we ended up sleeping on the couch because my parents were sleeping in our bed, and our addition remodel is being finished as we speak. So, well, in the process of being finished. So, our bedroom is down the playroom, and it's just Anyway, it'll be nice to have 4 walls.
Amy, may your bedroom always be the playroom.
But kids,
with the right toys.
But Mommy,
Bob is not my idea of a fun toy.
Mommy, you said the bedroom was the playroom. That's why we don't leave you alone. Anyway, that's cool. So how does it feel? You feel good? Feel better? You feel improved? Your life? No.
It's been a really big transition. It's fabulous. It's a transition going from 3 children to 6 children, and say that.
That's big. I like that. I saw that in 1975. It was called the Brady Bunch. That was
yeah.
No maid though.
I have no maid.
Alice.
Yeah. I do kind of have the Cindy Brady do though. The short on the sides and the longer. Yeah, I'm kind of sporting that. So I'm okay with it. But wasn't her husband gay on the show?
Not on the show, but
not
in
on
real
the
life.
show.
In real life.
Yeah.
Although on the show he might as well. What? Anyway, nice guy. He lost that. Anyway, battle to.
I didn't even watch the wedding on air yet. I didn't even watch it. I don't know how many people did.
It is
whatever.
the longest wedding I've ever been to.
5 minutes?
That was totally.
It was lovely. It was lovely.
It really was.
And the kids were precious. Yes.
I loved it.
When my daughter started crying, that was it. I couldn't even speak anymore. So that was, yeah.
And the kids are getting along okay? Well, as much can be expected.
Yeah. Did you totally ruin these kids from having romantic relationships? Is that?
Did I do what?
Nothing. I'm just a joke. Anyway, Jay's like, how could you ask her that?
Well, they're not.
No, there's been exploration of different parts, and little boys trying to peek in, little girls take showers. I'm like, you're related now. Knock it off, would you?
And then it's like, but Ma, there are people that actually are blood related. That
Mom, technically, according to the soap operas, I mean, technically, we're not in the bloodline, but let's just not go there.
No.
All right. I didn't want to go
All the
there.
neighborhood boys are sniffing around, though, too. We've had them come by today, and we have Nick's kids part of the time, and my kids are here all the time, obviously. And we have neighbor boys sniffing around already, like 2 and 3 times a day. Can the girls come out and play? I'm like, really? They're 9 and 7.
Get out of here. How old are these guys?
8,
12?
No. They're all the same age.
Right.
I need a bat. I need to get my joystick glasses on.
My girls just walk down the end of the driveway, and all of a sudden, like, these kids on bikes arrive who I've never seen. And it's like, they always want to go outside. It's like, no, you can't go outside. Ever. Can we go get the mail? No, you can't get the mail. Ever.
You're like, can you kids on the bikes go back to, like, a 1983 movie?
Yeah. Where, I don't know who
like
you are.
Goonies.
And it's like they can smell them coming or something.
I know.
Like,
they smell prepubescent. I swear to God.
Like dogs.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like dogs. And they don't get any better when they get older either.
What? We're not all dogs. Some of us are cats. All right.
Yes, you are, man.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Jersey Shore. Did you say Shore? Everyone's kind of from New Jersey, and then there's the official people.
And then there's Maud.
Official New Jersey.
So, you guys, this is your 4th show and my 44th show, so it's like 4,400 or something like that. And
are you guys going to attend Snooki's birthing because you're in Jersey now?
I don't know.
Is that a public
placing a
event?
bet. I'm placing a bet on what Snooki's baby's blood alcohol level is going to be when she's born.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's going to be like a 0.4.
Wait, do they know if it's a boy or a girl?
I don't know.
I think either way it's going to be the same name. You.
I don't live that far.
They're going to name the kid you.
I don't live that far from the Pine Barrens, and they're very excited to be getting their Jersey Devil back. So.
That's good. Yeah, you guys lost the New Jersey Nets, so yeah, there's none of that. It's all Brooklyn now. So. What else is going on in the life? What about you, Cynthia? You got the big earrings. You got the opinions. What's big news in your life?
Did you have a second date?
That's right. What happened to the guy who's been pursuing you for 2 years? What happened? Did we go out again? Did we go out again?
We went out again, but he's kind of turned into a little bit of a pest, which I don't like.
No.
Please tell us why.
He keeps calling. He keeps asking. He asked me to go to meet him tonight for drinks with a couple of other friends, and I tried to explain that I couldn't, that I was committed to this, and he got himself all upset. And I said, look, you have to understand, I have a life. I can't go out with you every single night. That's just the way I am. I don't, So, and then I had a little kind of impromptu date meeting with another guy this past Tuesday night, which was really interesting. So we'll see where that goes. This is all new for me, the dating scene.
Well, what is interesting? I mean,
Soup
ended in your last
retired
thing, or
interesting. Well-rounded, fascinating. He spends some of his time here in New York and some of his time in Florida. He's older than I am, which is usually not my cup of tea, but he seemed to be pretty with it for his age. He's a retired Nassau County cop.
What is he, 85?
Wait a minute, no.
Jane says what we're all thinking.
No. This is the wrong way. This is the wrong way.
When you say old, can you define what old is? How old are you? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, wait, you're describing him like he needs a cane.
Like a Michael cane.
Okay, he's in his late 50s. I'm a very young 50. A very young 50. I'm more like 21.
That's fine, but you're talking about him like he's got one foot in the grave.
And we're snapping, and we're moving.
Because I usually don't date older men or men my age. I usually date guys that are younger.
Go you.
Okay.
So
you're a cougar. We got it. You want to be, that's the dream of life.
Yeah.
You want to be a cougar. You want to be a cougar, and I want to have more cougar camp cookies.
Here's the, I don't need his resume. What was interesting about the date? What made this different, and how is he not upset?
It really wasn't a date. We didn't go alone. We went to a birthday party where my friends.
You had a chaperone?
Right.
So wait, what's the difference in the date being alone? So wait, if you could take someone to a wedding, you're not alone. Isn't that kind of a date?
We weren't on a date. It was just he had seen me at a bar and he wanted to meet me again, and he was embarrassed or too shy to get my phone number, so he mentioned it to a friend. So this friend brought him to a birthday party that I went to on Tuesday night.
Oh, so set up. Let me ask you a question. Guy number one.
Yes.
No
yes,
zing. Yes. Pesty. Lychee. Anybody who waits around for you for 2 years, that's sweet, but meh. The guy number two. Did he make it? Did it get your little? Did you kind of get moist at all? I mean, did they do it for you? Is that what I'm? Is that what I'm saying?
There's a storm front coming. Okay, no, every pun intended.
He did it for me. Yeah, he was very sexy and very sweet, and
there you go.
So there.
Good.
This is the one that's older.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. Okay, so
there's that word again.
Number
interesting.
One
I don't think that means what you think it means.
I was going to say that.
We're now redefining interesting.
That's what I wanted to know.
Very interesting. So, are you seeing him again? What's going on? What's the deal?
I will see him again. I will see him again this Saturday night.
Would you bring him into a hangout with me, Amy, and Lynette to ask him questions?
That's the next episode next week. You will not interview him.
Are you sure?
Absolutely not.
Does he like
Not
Seinfeld?
Now. Okay.
Maybe a year from now, if it goes that far.
With times before she'll go for that again.
Exactly. They have to have sex with them first before I introduce them to you guys.
Is that how it works?
That's how it works.
All right.
I had somebody say, "Why are women so catty with each other? Why are women like that?" I don't think you are necessarily, but that makes me think of that guy. He did this whole post about why do they do all this fake? Well, I can't introduce my guy to you. I can't do that. I'm not saying you're doing that, but I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, but men have that too, right? Men are just like, oh, let me introduce that girl to all my friends right away. It's the same thing.
You know, well, I would think that guys would brag about it. Hey, check out what I'm doing over here. Look at that.
not if you're not going to be around for too long. They'll just talk about it. They won't be like,
I'm not looking at it from a catty standpoint. I certainly wouldn't mind introducing him to my friends. If we were all going to hang out in New York, I certainly wouldn't mind dragging him along.
No.
But to come on a hangout show might make him feel like he's being thrown to the wolves.
I didn't mean on a show.
Just to talk. And I didn't mean to infer that. It just triggered that thought for me because I thought there was a big long thread about it and it lasted about 2 hours. So people were all giving comments on why people think that.
I think that would be fun. Yeah, no, not at all. No. And I do all my hangouts except for this show from my bed, so that would be a very interesting hangout.
Wouldn't it, though? Yeah. That is interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Funny ear, interesting.
So, Jane, up to you now. What's going on in the world of Fabulous World of Jane Ellen? You do like 50, I thought I did a lot of shows. You probably do 50 bazillion shows.
Yeah, I'm about to do 50 bazillion shows. Yeah.
Like in Brazil.
Well, Monday, well, I got the Brazilian wax, and then I'm going to start doing a show with the Brazilian. So I'm going to be really busy. Monday, my kid goes back to school. Oh, very smooth. Smooth as a baby's button.
I need some bedazzle.
Yeah. No, I'm not getting a vajay dazzle.
Should we ignore that? So you want to talk about, does every woman have the priority? Do they need to do that? Or
a Brazilian? I don't think a Brazilian is needed for every occasion.
It's only needed if you know you're going to have to present.
It's like a first date kind of thing for sure.
Absolutely. Along with the non-granny panties. You have to have the nice panties with the Brazilian wax. You can't.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that, I mean, I don't have a regular lover in my life right now, but I always have one at least once every 6 weeks just because you never know.
After the first one,
But
I was
that's
like,
me.
no thanks. After
It's
that.
just habit for me. I just make my appointment every 6 weeks to just
I'm
have
with
it
you,
done.
Cynthia. What just scared me is what Matt said. Actually.
Yeah.
No.
It's been 2 years for me, and I still had it done every 6 weeks.
Now this is an
maintenance.
interesting
optimist.
conversation.
Interesting.
There's that word again. Oh.
You know what? I think it's just maintenance. I think that's just, probably like shaving your armpits, going to get a wax.
See, let me explain. See, a lot of men, now more men do this now than they used to, but a lot of men feel that their body hair can just be willy-nilly wherever they want it to be. That is not so.
No.
There are
Oh,
women
no.
that actually believe that too, sadly.
Yes, and
no.
that is not so.
Manscaping is important.
Yes, you cannot have one eyebrow across the top. There are things you can do to your body. You can take care
Well,
of
there
things.
are some things that are obvious, like the unibrow. Not to everyone, but to most men.
There's things that you got to take care of some business. You just got to do it. And it may hurt. I mean, I've had a laser taken to my body.
You had a freaking laser beam.
With the shark with the freaking laser. You know
Exactly.
what?
You guys can mow the lawn every once in a while.
Mow the lawn. You're talking, but Lynette's actually talking about going out, get your ass outside, and actually mowing the lawn.
The metaphor, Matt.
No, I got the metaphor, but there's women. I think there are women that are would prefer the man to actually, in a marriage, maybe get your ass out and mow that lawn.
That's true. That's true.
That's what I was going for.
Literal and metaphorically speaking.
And just so you'll know, there are 3 G's in teabagging.
We're all
That needs
gonna
to
take
be
a moment. Take a
smoother. Or
moment.
it's not going to happen.
Can I get a 2? All right.
Because really, this action here, that's unattractive. You have to stop.
Although I will say, I've been in the moment where I wanted to do that, and I said, I didn't say what I kind of was looking, and they're like, just spit on it. I'm like, all right, so.
What did he say?
Wow. Well, Mikowski is not in the country right now, but maybe if Mikowski gets back to me, I'll let you know.
I
I'm really scared right now.
I thought he was in a Tijuana jail.
No, not yet.
Oh,
He was released.
And by Mikowski, I mean Mrs. Who said that? Anyway. Officer Krumsky. Okay, that's cool. That's
All
great.
the planning always goes right down the toilet for us, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Speaking
toilets,
of toilets,
do you have any new photos from that?
Do I have any what?
New photos?
New or nude? What? Okay.
Either.
No. Most
toilet
of the
shots
photos
went out on
toilet.
with MySpace. Anyone who does that just has got to get up to speed completely.
Yeah.
If you're going to do something new, do it in the bathtub at least. Like Jane and Ellen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like Jane Ellen.
Like on the plus
Jane.
payment, we did that, yeah.
That's right. Then I had to not come on for that, or
Jane
I would
Ellen
not have
was-
gotten married.
Jane Ellen, I think, was the first woman, I don't know if it's just on Google Plus or ever, well, I guess some of them.
Probably just on the plus.
Just on the plus. You've been on, she was in a bathtub with water and bubbles.
And candles. And our Ashlan Nathens, the scribbler, has a...
When you call him that, he sounds like a Batman villain. Hey, he's a scribbler.
He has a screenshot.
He's actually here as a cameo in Dark Knight Rises. Go see me.
No, he has a screenshot from that where he's going to draw stuff on in and out of the bubbles. He goes, "Do you really want me to release that?" It's like, we did a whole show.
Well, come on. What about the Australian accent? Jane, do you really
Oh,
need to?
don't even.
Don't even do that.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Repeatedly want you to release that.
Release the hounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lynette.
She likes to go down under. She says.
I love purple.
Oh,
So this is
man.
how Lynette got to 3 million followers.
Oh, you don't get
No,
to
not
3 million followers or
What?
1 point something followers by
I don't
being
know.
purple.
It's like 1.5.
3 million followers.
3 gazillion followers.
In
So,
my mind.
But in social media, like people reach in marketing, my reach on Google Plus is actually the entire platform of Google Plus. Which is kind
I think that deserves it.
So how many people are on Google Plus total then?
300 million or so, right? In that area.
So really, in effect, 300 million people follow Lynette Young. And she's on our show, and she's our friend, and she is a rock star.
And so whenever I post extended between you and you and Mike,
you and you.
but you and Mike and you and Mike and, well.
Can you say you again? That's the name of Cynthia's child.
Sergey.
All right.
Yeah, where is your boyfriend anyway?
I don't know.
I want my
I like how you
glasses.
said. I like how you said boyfriend, as there's just one.
Yeah.
That's so silly of me.
I think she would dump everyone else for Sergey.
I was schooled about Google Glass by Tom Rolfson because I said I needed a pair of Google Glasses, and he said, no.
Not plural.
It's not glasses. It's just Google Glass. I was like, I was not given that memo that I thought they were a pair of glasses.
I do think it's correct to say I would like a pair of the glasses.
Apparently you are incorrect, and that's what I'm telling you now.
One piece.
So basically what you're saying is when they finally come out for everyone.
Google
Glass. That'd be cool. People would wear, more people would definitely wear them.
Is that a monocle?
If it was just a monocle,
Like
for sure they'll sell. Sure, they'll sell more of those. Hi, I have a glass on my eye.
So you're not getting Google Glasses, even though the frame, you want to say, maybe you want to say frames, but you're not getting that. Don't call them glasses because someone smarter than you is going to make you feel like an idiot, so don't say it. I'm just telling you now.
Someone smarter than you. Do you really think, though, that there's going to be a war now? Oh, what should we call it? I think glasses. No, it's glass. No, it's glasses. I mean,
you know there will be a war because there has to be something to argue about.
But when they type it out, it's always capitalized, which makes me think it stands for something.
GLA.
Acronym, yeah.
Great looking and super sexy. Yeah.
There you go. Matt just named them.
Wow. Go you. It's your girlfriend. Go you.
It's your birthday. So Lynette Young, what else? So you're purpley, and how do you feel? You've gone through quite an ordeal over the past couple of months, and you're up and about them, and you back to your full stamina. Not that you weren't, but.
Yeah. Oh my! I'm like, what were you talking about? My surgery on my arm, my dark mark.
Yeah.
Your dark mark.
Where is it?
I love that. Don't summon the Death Eaters. Put it down.
Ooh. I can't touch it.
Tell us the real story. It wasn't surgery. Tell us who you encountered.
I know. No, it was surgery. And I can type. I can move my hand. I couldn't move my hand before. My hand was paralyzed, and I couldn't type, so that's why Hangouts rocked. But yeah, that kind of sucks because I'm writing a book, so I kind of needed to type.
Couldn't you do voice to text, or that's crap?
Oh my God, that was horrible, horrible. No, I couldn't because the software was expensive. And I tried what is it? I'm a Mac. I use Mac. So what is it? Windows 7 is the latest one that's out. And I tried borrowing a laptop with that because they have like voice to text, and that sucked. And I just was on Vicodin for 2 weeks straight and raged because I couldn't type.
And do you remember the awesome Hangouts that we did while you were on Vicodin? Do you remember those?
Kids, if you're watching, Vicodin is not your friend yet. Anyway.
Yes. You know, I'm kind of offended that I lived close enough that I could have just been your secretary for a week. No charge.
You're close enough now.
Oh, that's true.
So 3 of us are in the tri-state area?
Yeah.
Sort of? Nice.
4.
Actually, you're north, I'm in the middle, and then
Cynthia too.
More
Don't forget me. I'm in New York. I'm not
part of Long Island. Yeah.
No,
I'm on Long Island.
Long Island. Well, I grew up in the Plain Jew. My name is Matthew from the Plain Jew, and there's still couples out there. So, cool. So Long Island, Jersey, and then Janelle in down south.
Yeah, I'm down south, baby.
Deep south.
Was a Brazilian.
Whoa!
Circle back.
So let's talk a little bit about, because I'll answer about the Brazilian. Let's talk. I know some of you might be, now married. We mentioned at least 2 or 3 or all. Well, I guess 3 of you are, sort of. Anyway, you're like, what does that mean? On social media, are any of us really what? Anyway, so what is it like when it comes to manscaping? Let's talk. So do you guys have personal preferences is a deal breaker. If you meet someone and they're not manscaped the way you want them to and they're willing to do it, is that enough or not enough? Start with you,
What?
What are you waiting?
So relevant.
What? Who, me? Start with me? Back hairs, big tufts of back hair is a deal breaker. It just is.
Even if they're willing to get it done after the fact? They have to get it done before the fact?
I can't have sex with someone that has big tufts of hair coming out of their back. I can't.
That's gross.
I can't. I'm sorry. They have to know. I mean, it's bushy. I mean, it's... And I also, I mean, there was a guy I dated once way back a long time before I met my husband.
There's that back.
He had this hair. I mean, it was like coming... He could have braided it. It was like this... I mean, it was...
Let me ask you this question. The two guys you described, their hair is...
Uh-oh. Did he?
I froze. Yeah, back.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that?
Max Hedrick. I said the two guys that had the back hair issues, besides the back hair, were they kind of awesome at all, or not really?
They were awesome enough for me to go on a date with them, but as soon as I saw the hair peeking at me and waving and saying hello on the back of the shirt, that was it. I can't. I mean, I can handle hair anywhere. Just that
area. Okay, and everyone's in agreement on that, or does people have limits, or do you have is there something? Some people, there are women that like to run their fingers through that. I mean, you never know. So.
Really? No, I have other things. Like I can't stand somebody with bad teeth. Like that was my thing.
Bad teeth.
Yeah.
So back hair is okay. Bad teeth. Good teeth.
Good teeth.
Good teeth. So teeth, back hair. What about down below? Does that have? No, this is what you guys talk about. Fill me in. I don't know. All right, forget it. We'll move on. Moving on.
Take it all off.
Really? You want us to be Greg Louganis? All right.
Take it all off.
No, I want chest hair.
Even our heads?
Yeah.
Just get rid of it all? What about my eyebrows too? All right.
No. Down there.
You said all. Oh, down there? Okay.
Yeah, take it all off.
And butt too, right? All that too?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I think Matt's taking pointers. I think that's what...
I'm trying... No, I mean, I know women want all that, but I just think it's interesting. It's quite an effort, too. That's a lot of effort and money.
Listen, I'm going to be like, no, don't even talk to us about effort.
But we didn't ask you to do that. Yeah. You guys do that. You guys do that for each other, not for us.
We do it for ourselves and for each other.
Not for us. If you came in with no makeup and you had some hair... Listen, I don't care. You got hair down there. I like you.
That's
I like
a hangout quote. I don't get a Brazilian for my girlfriends.
There you go.
Wow.
Totally.
Wait, don't you go to the spa?
If my girlfriends are seeing my hoot nanny, there's a problem. Just saying.
What about in the locker room or something by accident?
I don't really go around throwing people my snatch unless there's going to be business.
And there's hangout quote number 5. Maybe Gabriel keeps her snatch to herself. This show is rated G for generally awesome. Right.
No, I didn't swear. I didn't swear.
I didn't say you swore. People say snatch all the time. I'm going to snatch up that thing and throw it away. Keep it. Jane Ellen has a thought. I see it. Let's hear it.
I'm just coming.
I'm just going
to die.
The fact that
Please don't die. That would be the first time it happened in Hangout, though, I think.
So far.
For now.
Just wait.
Jane's funny. I know that look. She's like, you're all fired.
I'm handing this show over, I'm packaging it up, and I'm giving it into your box, Jane, and now it's on you.
My box.
She's thinking, I'm moving on to bigger, better things. That's the face.
My box. Yeah. Hold on, you haven't set off the heart monitor yet. It's still plugged in.
Well, that's a good thing.
We're good. I'm still alive. We're all right then. We're good.
So I heard your heart is so big. You have such a big heart.
It needs to be constantly monitored. Yeah. Wonderful. I'm thrilled about the whole thing. Because it is rare a 30-year-old has to be monitored like this, but, it happens.
It's even rarer when it's a 24. That's crazy.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Very crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Are you done with your questions so we can move on to our show? We have a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Your show was always and I thought this was your show. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Okay. I wanted you to have your chance to ask.
That was my terrible chance. I would have asked something for real. Hair and snatches.
Whatnot.
And snacky foos.
I want a signed copy of Lynette's book when it comes out. That's what I want.
Awesome.
Well, it's an e-book. So will you sign my forehead, Lynette?
Oh, no, there's going to be a print one, although it's not my book. There's another Google Plus book that was out that's, I don't know. I think there's going to be more in print. I'm hoping. I have the option maybe in the future to go to print.
That would be great. That would be great. I want a copy.
I want a new drug, one that does what it should. One that won't make me feel too bad. One that won't make me feel too good.
But I thought drugs were bad, okay?
Please stop quoting Huey Lewis. You're not 30 if you're quoting Huey Lewis.
Hey, her parents exposed her to the greatest music of the 1980s.
Huey Lewis was not anything great. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Hey!
Back to the Future, what?
Hey!
They made the whole movie.
Oh, yes.
Have you not seen his hotness? He was also in a Reba McEntire video.
And she has a sitcom coming out. I bet you can't wait for that.
I have that. Huey, not Reba. Careless.
Oh.
Okay.
Is that? Are we on your show? Is that part of your show that's happening, or part of my show?
No, this is now our show. Okay,
just check.
Now our show?
This fascinates me. This guy, 25-year-old, his name is Ryan Holiday, and he wanted to see if this could be done. This was his Everest, as it were. He got an idea of how stories were put together online and by bloggers and how the news media gathers things online, and so he wanted to see how far he could take it. He was doing it as a joke and to see what would happen. So he started with Help a Reporter Out, HARO. It's a free service to put sources in touch with reporters. So a reporter sends out a query, and then people comment. He and an assistant sent out query after query after query. He thought this was going to take months and months to get responses. What happened on Reuters, he was the go-to guy for Generation Yikes. On ABC News, he was the new breed of an insomniac. At CBS, he made up an embarrassing story. At MSNBC, he pretended someone sneezed on him while he was working at Burger King. And New York Times, he was a record collector. He does not collect vinyl records. Nobody did anything, and he wrote a book called Trust Me, I'm Lying. So, what do you think? People have lied to journalists for years and years, and he says they should have checked.
Zuckerberg! Sorry.
They should have checked.
They should have checked.
He said that one reason to stop and think about it is it erodes the trust a reader has in a publication, and that those writing should have checked their sources. And he says a well-made article and a poorly made article both do clicks the same way. There's no incentive to do good work. We know that quotas make cops do shitty things, or academic admissions offices do shitty things. They make bloggers do shitty things too. So, your thoughts? Did you think what he did was bad to make his point, or genius, or funny, or anyone?
I read that, and I think that he's backpedaling. I think he did it, and then came out and said it was research. I think he was doing it for publicity for his book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was doing research, because isn't the book written already? I'm pretty sure the book's written already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's something, just a disclaimer, you won't be doing that with your book. Just to disclaim that. Okay.
Just to disclaim it. You're right. If he was doing it for his book and he was going to use it as examples, then he should have done it months ago. So I think he's just trying to cover his butt. I first saw this article, or this story, the founder of Harrow, Peter Shankman, is a friend of mine, and I saw him ranting because of what this guy did, and then I went through and I read some stories, and people were calling the service of Help a Reporter Out that all it does for free is let journalists or bloggers place an inquiry when they're looking for a subject matter expert, and those people can now respond. It's not saying that those people are actually experts. The journalists are supposed to vet this out, and people were saying it's the platform's fault for letting him slip through. Well, how is that? That's like going to a job interview, and if I hand you a fake resume, who the hell's fault is that? You're supposed to check. So I could see Peter's, reason for being up in arms, but then I was seeing people come to the defense of this guy, this writer, and I'm like, why? He said he was an expert from everything from, I don't know, breastfeeding to, I don't even know, zoology. I don't even know what the heck he was doing, but
I don't think
they were just sitting there lying the whole time.
I don't even be an expert on breastfeeding, really. Anyway.
I am. I have 3 children, and
maybe he meant
moves to prove it.
Maybe the guy didn't mean breastfeeding for babies. He meant in his personal life. Anyway.
In his personal life.
Breastfeeding.
Fetish or something. I don't know.
Suckling 101.
But yeah, I think that story. I think that guy just got caught, and now he's trying to manufacture a story to make it look like he's not such a jerk.
And there's I don't know, I've been blogging for, this going on 4 years now, and I know, Lynette, you have a long history of blogging and vlogging, and I think that there's some kind of, there has to be personal ethics and responsibility when you write something to the best of your ability to be truthful and to be honest, and I mean, there's this kind of unwritten code in that, you know what I mean? And I think it's crap that he did that.
Now, I mean, if you think about it, even daily newspapers, unless it's, back in the day, a daily newspaper, some of their stories would simmer for a while. They'd write them, they'd have them on the news desk for a little while, unless it was breaking news. They had time to call and vet and double-check sources. Now, with the Internet, there's this horrible need to be first and to break things. And breaking news is within 5 minutes. It's not a day. It's not a week.
No, Internet time is different. Internet time is different. It's my theory. I'm going to be rich from that, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Amy Einstein.
Jane's a broadcaster. She knows if something comes across her desk, how did you vet things out, Jane, in the past, when you got stuff to talk about on your shows?
Well, that was what my husband was actually the news anchor, and that's what he would have to do. And he researched everything. He was either at the meeting and talked to the source and knew the source personally, or was at the office and went and eyes on the source at the place, or had to call and trace the story back. The kind of stuff that I talked about, I knew it was real, because I pulled it off the Internet. But, I mean, he did the actual news where it actually had to be real. And mine was entertainment and my vast knowledge of nothingness. But yeah, all of his stuff was checked. He used to work for physical newspapers and
and when you got things in that was time sensitive, he probably busted his butt to get that done right away.
For the evening edition.
And yet now what's happened in broadcast radio, many places they don't have local anchors, or if they have a local anchor, they're only there to do the morning. Even in Nashville, they have one local anchor in some of the stations, and their team of 20 news people, they're all gone. They were all let go. And so the idea of having news that happens and you get it before your newspaper, it's gone. They have someone out in the Midwest or on the West Coast trolling the Internet for the words that, the names of your cities, and then they just read it. And it's a different voice. It's a news voice. You think your radio stations are giving you news, but they're not at your meetings. They're not at your school board meetings. Yeah. They're not there. Right.
Well, Internet time is completely different. It's instant. It's instantaneous. 5 minutes is like 2 hours in real time. 1 hour is like a day in offline time. Right. So it's how can you check sources? How can you?
You can't. And Google Plus is a great place for that. But I mean, not to put them down, but Twitter seems to be. Literally, Twitter is the place with news organizations. Yep. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's on Twitter. 1 person, 2 person, 3. We gotta get it." And so it's like a lot of times, I remember Jeff Goldblum dying. He never died. That was all over the place. A lot of fake news.
In fact, there's in a book I just read. I forget it. I think it was called Unmarketing or something. Where he went over on Twitter when they said John Bon Jovi died, and as a New Jersey person. I was hysterical.
And you're like, I cried for nothing? Damn you!
I mean,
it's a hoax. Yeah.
I mean, like, sobbing like an idiot, like my dog just died, because I thought Bon Jovi.
Because Bon Jovi's a man and Jovi's a dog. I got it.
And I think that guy was a brilliant jerk. Is what I think. Yeah. I think he was a brilliant. He's a genius. His name is going to be, recognized all over the world, and especially the internet. And but he's still a jerk for doing that.
But what about the guy that was on Oprah, that embarrassed Oprah with that book that was supposed to be?
Oh, yeah.
The book about...
The guy, he made it all up.
Wrong addiction or something?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, some guy wrote a book, and she, how she did those book club things?
Yeah. But you wouldn't really love book clubs, or are we going a little too far about the book club experience?
I don't know. I don't do book clubs. I
So
love books. I read books about serial killers.
Okay, if Oprah told people to poop sideways and take a picture of themselves naked on the toilet, then they would do it.
You get a car!
You get a car. You get a car. You get a car.
You get to go to Australia.
You to Australia. That I would do. Because God knows I want to get there.
Oh, man.
You're killing me.
The spiders there. You know the redback spiders.
Chop bears.
They're everywhere.
She's like, I don't care. I just want to go down
under. Are you going to go and visit Hugh Jackman?
He's not there. He's here. I met Hugh Jackman.
Listen. Yeah. Hugh Jackman, Rick Springfield.
And Ash.
And my friend.
And you haven't seen Ash's hair, have you?
No.
It makes him even more beautiful. He's got the most beautiful hair. But it's winter there now.
For those of you who don't know, it's our friend Ash.
Ashlan Nathens.
Who you can find on Google Plus.
It's so beautiful with little highlights and stuff, but it's winter and he always has his hat on.
And he plays the guitar for some people.
It's so beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I love it.
In every single way.
So if Oprah offered me a trip there, I would do what she
did.
And
you go to Australia.
I would read her dumb
You
book.
go to Australia.
Now, is Oprah done?
I think that Google needs to make a trip there. I think they need to fly you there, Lynette. I think
Yeah, they do have an office there. They know.
Well, once you hit 1 million, you need to be able to travel wherever you want across the world.
Boyfriend, Sergey, and I will take you in the Google jet.
Although you'll have to skydive wearing Project Glass if you agree to that.
Dude, I just want the monocle of the glass.
I would do it. I would never jump out of a plane, but I would do it if I got to wear Google Glass and they threw me out of a plane with parachute.
Incoming! Purple!
Over like Sydney, Australia. I would totally do that.
All right.
I'll be land by a drop there.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's get this nice and clean because we need to tag Sergey into just this part. Okay. Sergey, my love, Lynette has a proposition for you. I have a different one. Lynette?
I kind of like Jane's proposition better. Yeah, so if Google has an office in Australia, I would assume. Yeah, I don't like heights, but I will jump out of a plane with
can't make a Sergey heart with my arthritic hand.
I'll jump out of a plane over Sydney, Australia with a parachute. I always want to put that disclaimer in there. With Google Glass on.
I need to take a picture at the same time.
And Sergey, there are people that would pay money to see Lynette jump out of a plane.
I want to wear the monocle, Google monocle, and jump out of a plane with a parachute over Sydney, Australia. Yeah.
The Google Glass. That's what it's going to be, the new sign.
Yeah, Google.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. But then they got.
If somebody says plus 1B, I'm going to smack you. That's all I'm saying.
Plus 1.
Hey, Sergey.
I'm fluffing up here. Hey, take a picture. You're right. Nice.
What?
I'm just saying.
What? I'm just
that
saying.
Also.
This does a lot of things, actually. We never got to talk. Not just plus 1. You can do a lot of things, like stay away, and vampires, and you can spell out words. You can pray to your gods of rock and roll.
You pray to your gods of rock and roll with this? What? How do you get that?
Because all guys in rock and roll have long hair and Jesus beards. And
I posted a picture today of the lead singer of Metallica and Justin Bieber at 17, and it was really interesting. One looked like a girl, and the other one looked like he was 45.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah.
So one of them says their prayers when they were little.
That's the difference between drugs and makeup.
Rick Springfield. Let me tell you how close I came to Rick Springfield.
Uh-oh. Oh, Lynette's been rage quit.
No. Came to, not with.
Came
to.
It's an important distinction for you kids at home, too.
Were you really a groupie?
Me?
Were you?
Would you just
anyone?
I
So,
want to listen to Jane's story.
so I was talking to my friend Georgia, who worked at Capitol Records, and she said, oh my God, I have to put you on hold. Like, why, Georgia? She put me on hold, and then she picked the phone back up. Do you know who just called in on the other line while you were on hold? I said, who? Rick freaking Springfield. That was as close as I got to Rick Springfield. I was on hold while he was on the other line.
No, I've done some hardcore stalking of that guy. Hardcore.
Do you remember him on General Hospital years
No.
ago? Lynette?
Dr. Noah Drake.
Years ago, like a couple. We're talking just a couple.
I was.
Do you remember in the Living in Oz video, had the way that the door just rose ever so slowly up.
I have them all. I've seen him in concert probably about 20 times.
Peep show.
Really?
I've sung with him.
Does he know that you've sung with him?
Yes, he asked me to.
Does he know? Is he in there now?
Lynette has touched him.
I've been on 2 cruises with him.
Oh, my.
Oh, that's right.
Two
I
Tom
remember that.
Cruises or
And
Tom Cruises does not make a right.
no?
wow,
Or a marriage.
That was
What? Who
good.
said that? Ouch.
that's pretty cool.
I'm
So
still
what
in
would
awe.
annoy you more, if I got to meet him first, or John Bon Jovi, or Bruce Springsteen? Which would annoy you the most?
And Lynette, you're on the clock. Tick, 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 tick.
I've met all 3. I don't know.
Oh! Tell us about meeting them.
Ooh,
Okay.
that would be a burn.
Which was the best? Which was the best meeting? Who said the nicest, coolest? Bruce probably did, right? No.
Here's the thing. I have had a crush on Rick Springfield since I was like a tween or whatever. But I've met him a couple times and I've talked to him, but he's like a typical rock star where he's just like, I'm not going to say that he's unintelligent, but he's not intelligent that I find attractive.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a geek.
So you'd rather
Like,
you just
it was
kind of
just
shut
like,
up?
I would just like, yes, exactly.
Don't
like, I have a
speak and let me
couple
look at you.
geek crushes that are just like, just the mouth closed and we're good.
Yeah, just don't talk.
But yeah, I don't know about Bruce or John because I haven't talked to them, although I've met them in like girly crush kind of ways. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like the rock star thing, but I would pick a geek over a rock star, honestly.
Did you? You already
Smart
did that
wins.
in your real life, right? So.
I did that in my real life, yes.
Geeks are hot. I'm just saying. Smart is sexy. It wins over every time.
It
Now,
is.
the rock stars are not smart. They're just smart in a different way than I find
Yeah.
them.
I think Springsteen's probably smart,
sure.
right?
I think he is.
I think Bon Jovi. I think John Bon Jovi's also intelligent.
Sounds of the 80s.
Catch the wave.
Whoa! Real time.
Okay. Well, there's that.
There's
that. Okay.
There's that.
Where's my other thing?
So does everybody?
Yes,
Is there
yes,
one?
yes.
So let's answer that question. Everyone else. I'd rather meet Springsteen out of all 3. What about you guys? Springsteen, Rick Field, or Jovi? Bon Jovi. Amy.
Springfield, definitely. Springsteen. Springsteen, definitely.
Amy.
I think John Bon Jovi.
Jane.
I would have to go with Rick Springfield.
And I think that's what Lynette's your choice. Okay,
Yeah,
so 2
it
Ricks.
would be Rick.
Well, we got everybody. 2 Bruces, 2 Ricks, and a Bon Jovi. So, all right.
But you know, I've met so many artists. It's just most of them are country artists. I've only met a few rock artists, and of course a Beatle. So.
You met a Beatle?
Yeah, I've met.
And that's
Ringo.
like, tell me more.
Yeah, I've met Ringo.
If it's Ringo, it's not really a Beatle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's not like it's
He
Yoko.
replaced Pete Best. He's not even that great. I'm sorry. I like Ringo and all, but he's not a real.
But you would not get high with a
He's
little
a
help.
pseudo Beatle.
You would not get high with a little help from your friends without Ringo.
He was
Well,
horrible.
you know, seeing.
It's just true.
So who's going to be the last Beatle to survive, him or Paul?
It's an excellent question. I
It
don't
is.
know.
All right.
Don't have an answer to that.
Paul. I would say Paul. He's a vegetarian.
Pro-vegetarian. Nice. I would say Paul. Well, I don't know. I think it's going to be Ringo. He's going to have his last laugh, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
He's going to be like, oh, you all hated me, but I'm still here. But you're all like up there or down there.
Well, that would be kind of nice for his sake, I guess.
You know who will be the last one standing? George Clooney. Right here, next to me.
Yeah.
Oh, so you all choose Clooney? You all choose Clooney over Springfield and Jodie? And
no, Clooney chooses me.
Mm-hmm.
Chooses her.
Because, you see, that's why I love Clooney, because I know that he digs me. I can tell. He digs me. He's smart.
And he's not crazy like some of the others, I think.
Yeah.
Well, everybody has their ticks.
And he's at that great place in Italy. Dark Knight Rises came out. Should be huge. Clooney, of course, was Batman. I remember nothing about the movie except he was in it, and that's all I needed.
Did he hit the nipples?
I don't care. He actually does, you know.
Have nipples?
Have nipples. So I truly don't care.
Did we fact check that? Can we say that on the? Right.
I have fact checked George Clooney's nipples. He has them.
And Hangout quote.
That. Yes, I have fact checked George Clooney's nipples.
That's like you just need to put like him without the shirt on and put the meme on.
Fact checked.
Yeah. And he's like.
So, what do you think? Are you guys excited about The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
And
yes.
Who's making?
Absolutely.
Just based on the title, do you think they have already shot the homage porno about the Dark Knight Rising?
Wow.
Oh yeah.
You think they'll let the same title just to make money off the title?
Yeah. Well, they'll have to slightly change it. The Darker Night also rises, maybe?
The Darkest?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Darkest Night rises repeatedly or something?
Or maybe the Dark Member rises? Or the Dark Figure?
It's just a thought. Is anyone excited about it, or you don't care?
I am. Batman is my second favorite superhero. Male.
My first favorite is the Scribbler.
But he's a villain.
He is.
Who is your favorite? Aquaman?
My favorite?
Yeah, Aquaman.
Adrian Grenier, if you're watching, we loved you in Aquaman 2.
No, in fact, you know what? It's not Flash, but I saw a meme of Flash where he's sitting in like Flash Dance, and he's kind of sitting like that girl from Flash Dance with water. Aquaman was pouring the bucket of water over him.
That is
hot.
It is very hot. No,
I thought you meant the meme. I thought you meant the meme where Flash is sitting in bed all crying, and the woman's all like he couldn't cause he's the Flash, so it was over in a flash.
That was good too.
Matthew, we've all done our superhero. I think we did that on
Yes, we've already did that.
Everybody knows.
I've changed mine to Wonder Twins. I want to be Wonder Twins with Lynette, but I've changed it since. But what's your favorite superhero?
I don't know. I like Batman a lot. I used to like The Punisher, but the movies really suck. So I don't know. Wolverine, Batman. I don't know. Something about Wolverine's really cool. They screwed up some of the movies, but I think
he's Australian.
That's not what. What? He speaks with a normal accent. Don't you guys like Wolverine? Hugh Jackman?
I do. I'm a big X-Man. Yeah, I like X-Men.
I'm hearing though that this is going to be the best Batman yet.
That's kind of hard to beat.
Well, except for the Clooney Batman.
I don't know. I just got done seeing Brave, okay? I'm like, movies for
us,
we don't go.
What did you think?
How about all my girls, three of them? All three of them have bows and arrows today.
Oh,
little cheapy ones. Yeah, the suction cup to the windows and foreheads.
Now,
why there should be a big red mark on my forehead because they've hit me 3 or 4 times.
Now, seeing as we talked about Brave on our first show, did it live up to what you heard?
Yes, and then some. I was way impressed with it.
Did you think that she was that Merida was a lesbian?
No.
Are we spoiling this movie? Okay.
No,
not at all. It actually promoted free thinking and being equal. I thought it was fabulous. It was lovely. I was very proud to go there with my daughters. Actually, our whole family went, including my parents. There's 10 of us at the movies. We took it over and threw jujubes at everyone in the movie theaters. They all would lift us a big, wide space, and it was great. I I'm not kidding. But no, my kids loved it.
Pixar. It's Pixar,
Wait
right?
a minute. People eat jujubes?
Only on Seinfeld, I think.
Lick them and throw them. That's the whole purpose for those.
We have a lot of people watching. Stuart Moncrief says, yeah, Lynette, the Aussies love you. And Jessica Northrup says, hi, guys. And we have Josh Almore says I should be, or what did he say? Yeah, the Willis Girls and hang out with Matthew Rappaport. I really think you guys are great, and I feel lucky to be
Where are you reading the comments from?
blessed on my share over here. Let me give you a link. Bronwyn McGuckin's watching, Frank Garufi, Stephanie Wanamaker, PJ Midden, Fedoros Bakri, Citizen Dave.
Hi, Stephanie, the only one who showed up and actually joined the Hangout for my wedding. So it shows for my wedding Hangout, joined by one person, Stephanie Wanamaker.
Of course, anytime, of course. That's my Stephanie Wanamaker. Sorry.
Yes. Let me see.
Catherine Morgan says, I think you should be praying to the Hangout gods and thanking them for the amazing woman they blessed you with tonight. And I am honored that you're here because just looking at you and hearing you is making me feel zen-like, and I'm in
a very special mood.
Spiritual place where I need bubbles. Champagne.
Tiny bubbles.
Champagne.
We love you, Catherine Morgan.
Catherine.
She does rock.
Oh, I saw Ice Age yesterday.
Really? I saw Ice Age. That's my bad Ray Romano, sorry.
What did I tell you about that?
Zip it.
I want to say, Dennis Leary would so hit that, and even in saber-toothed tiger form, all about it.
Yeah. Love him too.
Now, here's the only problem. At the end of the film, they have a song. Now, this is like Ice Age 54. And at the end of the film, one of the times they did the dinosaur song, whatever it is, something your dinosaur, I forgot.
Walk
anyway,
the dinosaur?
Walk the Dinosaur. Yeah. Now, that was one of the movies. It wasn't this one. This was not We Are Family, but it was some family song. It totally sucked ass. It'll probably be up for an Oscar.
Something else will be up for an Oscar.
Okay, here's my problem. You have Ray Romano, who I'm quite sure does not sing. Jennifer Lopez, who's the voice of the White Tiger, of course she sings. And Queen Latifah, of course she sings. Now, Dennis Leary has my favorite song in the world, the Asshole song. He does sing that. And they have each of them boxed, and they're at their mics, and they're in a studio, and they don't focus on any of them except for J-Lo and Queen Latifah, rightly so. Now, a lot of the other characters are voiced by rappers who I assumed that someone in the audience may know. I did not. There's just a bunch of names I didn't recognize. I went, I have vaguely...
Because you're in the country and stuff, and you're just busy because you are still 24, so...
Exactly. So I didn't know them. But here's the thing. Watching Ray Romano being forced to sing this horrible song and not want to slit his own wrist, and watching Dennis Leary have to sing it and not want to kill himself, I felt pain. Because I could just hear them saying, no, seriously, don't make us do that. Don't make us do that. And then it's like, we're just going to throw another $1 million at you if you do it. It's like, okay, I'll do it. Because it's only a couple of seconds, but the song is so bad, and they look like such idiots. I mean, John Leguizamo's been in a bunch of weird stuff, and he sings all sorts of stuff. It's like, yeah, I can handle that. But Ray Romano and Dennis Leary singing this stupid We Are Family song, I mean, I just want to take my head and like bash it against the wall until I just suffered severe pain.
Well, I think it had more to do with you having to hear Ray Romano sing.
But you never really did, thankfully. And you never really heard Dennis Leary, but in my mind, all I heard was, you're an asshole, over and over. Which, Google it.
Isn't it? Oh, yeah, you kitty kiddies out there, that's kosher. Yeah.
Google Dennis Leary's You're an Asshole, because it's one of the best songs ever.
You know, it kind of does have, now that I think about it, it kind of has that 500 miles.
Our Ash sings the asshole.
Can we talk about Ash again? Okay. He's an asshole.
What's he doing? Is he at work now? What's he doing?
You know what? He may be, he should be back now.
From outer space.
Let's see, invite Ash in, see if he's back now. Come to Butthead.
Really? I need to share this space with you?
Come to Butthead. He'll just be next to Amy. Don't worry about it. Come to Butthead.
All right. They invited Ashlan Nathens.
He'll just be next to Amy.
Just once in love.
That's right. He won't be. No, he won't be.
My name.
I meant he won't be near you, Matthew, so you won't be all,
Well, we do have a bromance, so,
He won't be up in your grill.
Oh, I like the purple over here. I got some.
What, you got purple where?
I mean, you're next to me, the purple.
Yeah.
By the way, let's talk about Ash again. How about that great scribble he did for you and your husband, how you fell asleep in front of and doing a hangout?
Yeah.
Is that a true story that you fell asleep?
No, I don't think so. That anybody caught on film. And it's funny too because he put this monster computer next to me, and I was like, I don't use PC. That was like the first thing I noticed afterwards. I'm looking at all the little details he did. Like there's a little mouse. He always puts the little mouse mouse in there instead of the computer mouse, which I love. And coffee, and he just pretty much came up with that whole thing on his own. It was so sweet. Yeah, I loved it. It was great.
And we're going to print ours out that he did for us for put it on our bedroom.
Oh my God, yours was amazing.
Wasn't that adorable? All 6 kids
curious.
And then us. I know, I was too. It was fabulous. Yeah. I didn't expect that at all. And those are kind of like, I love that serendipity. Those little unexpected treasures, you know.
I mean, I stayed up with him. Well, he wasn't staying up for him, but I stayed up with him as we discussed it and thought, I said, well, okay, they've got a black cat. So you got a black cat in there. And so
but the Brady Bunch thing was awesome.
Yeah, it was so beautiful.
So awesome.
It was very sweet.
How many have you done now? He's done like 20 or...
Well, a lot of people are commissioning him now, so he can't share many of those because they're private.
And when you say commission, you're not talking about the scribbles. You're talking about the other S thing. Okay.
Yes, they're a little more complicated. They take a lot more time. You know, they're $50, $100, something like that.
I was making a really terrible joke, but that's okay.
No.
Isn't that amazing though? Like Cliff Roth does the I mean, they're can do make a living from that. You know, and like I wish I could.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, no. Me and me both, buddy. I'm a D-lister. I'm in better company. You guys are all A-listers.
We're busting your levels, but you got married. You got some claim to fame.
Yeah, no, there's that. And then there's the writing I've been doing, and then there's a book that I have published, and then there's the 4 sites that I write for. And there's all that.
See?
Well, it's a good thing we didn't have time to plug you.
I know.
It's a good thing you don't do anything.
It'll happen. Yeah. It'll bust out one day.
So I suggest put your honeymoon, not the whole thing, but maybe maybe just say, hey, look, we're on our honeymoon, and you wave with like the postcard, and you know. No.
This is my suggestion. What you need to do, first of all, you can't interrupt me till I get it all out.
Okay.
You need to get pregnant and have a baby in a hangout. Yes!
What?
I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. The doctor, you'd have to record it.
Out of screen.
I don't think so.
We're not talking about the conception. She was just talking about the delivery, right? Just the delivery, not the
delivery, not the act.
Oh,
not the.
No.
Yeah, no.
That's crowning. No, nobody wants to see that.
My girls, they're so funny because, you know, I tell them, they ask me a question, I answer it, and they say, we don't want to have that surgery that's going to cut a baby out of us. I said, well, you know, not everybody has a baby cut out of them. It's just that you two are cut out of me.
What the hell, Mom? Why couldn't you do it the other way?
And I said, that's why you should never have sex.
Whoa.
No!
That would go right.
Oh, my God.
There.
I have no idea how I'm going to handle all this. You know that, right? I've got a 9-year-old who's going on 22, and she's asking all these questions. Like, when do you have the sex talk with your kids? When do you start that? You wait for the school to do it first?
No, you already need to jump right in.
What kind of questions? Can we hear a sample question? No?
What's sex, Mom?
Straight up?
Yeah.
That's when you choose between being man or a woman. That's what you say.
That's when you choose?
You know, what's your sex, man or woman? Never mind.
Oh, your gender. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of go that. You start
no, but I mean, like really, when do you start that? When do you do that? Do you wait for them to have sex education and then come back and then tell them all the real stuff?
I started everything. In fact, I have a funny quick story. My daughter's now just shy of 11, and when she was in preschool, she had to be 4.5, and she was a very early reader. So she was in the bathroom at the preschool, and she came home, and she told me, she goes, Mommy, I saw sex in the bathroom at school. And I was like, I mean, like, I was driving in the car, and I'm like, let me tell you, if I didn't think I was going to, like, hit a pole or purposely look for one to hit, and I was like, okay, honey, that's nice. Like, what do you do? And I'm like,
that's like a little drink. They service a drink.
I went to school, and there was I saw sex all over the bathroom, and I was like, okay, couldn't breathe, couldn't whatever. Well, after a couple minutes of, like, hyperventilating and not talking about it, I realized what she did was they had a sheet in the bathroom that said sex, male and female, and they had it written down, and they made copies of it or something. They had some kind of, and she goes, so she saw the word sex on a piece of paper, like, over and over, and they must have had them up in the bathroom to make, potty training kids or whatever like that.
Right.
And I was like, okay, she saw sex in the bathroom. I understand what she means now, but Mommy just nearly had a heart attack. And
I was going to say, when your heart started beating again.
Yeah, but I'm like, she's 4. I didn't expect her to know how to read the word, let alone pronounce it. But yeah, so yeah, we've had talks early on for that reason.
Well, I've had certain talks, but oh my God. Ooh, yeah. I think the earlier the better, but then, I don't want to, damage my children for life because they
Here's
know.
Here's an idea. Let's swap.
I don't want them to
swap. You throw your kids to me. I have no problem throwing your kids. And I'll throw your kids.
Just swap. Like, that's, yeah. Now
Auntie Jane will tell it all.
I'll tell them everything.
Now, so when do you first start letting them watch movies that are like, PG-13 or R? When does that happen? 2
years ago?
Okay, that works.
I don't let him watch R movies at all. PG-13.
It depends what's in it.
Were Jaws and Jurassic Park R?
Jaws was. I don't know about. Well, I don't know about Jurassic. Jurassic Park was
PG. PG-13.
Oh my God, my girls are candy. They'd have nightmares.
But Back to School is PG-13. Back to School is PG-13, and there were breasts in that movie, so I don't really know.
What was the first PG-13 movie? Jane would know this.
The very first PG.
Was it in the 80s they did that, or before that?
And I can't believe you don't know this.
I know. I can't believe I don't either, though I should. And as soon as
I'm kidding.
I don't remember.
If only there was a search engine.
Oh, if only we could find a way
to look this up.
If we could just use that app in the Hangout. What? Oh.
It's a noun and a verb.
Is somebody going to look this up?
It's an adjective.
I'll look it up.
It's like the F word. Google is like the F word. You can use it for any.
Was Jaws really rated R, though? I didn't realize it was rated R.
I think so.
I think so.
I thought it was.
There was the biting of the head.
It's a killer shark.
Teeth
it's not E.T. Yeah.
It was Red Dawn. Boring.
Oh, was it? Oh, but that was boring.
That's why I was only PG-13. That's boring.
Yeah. However, I do know that the first X-rated film was I'm Curious Yellow.
Yellow. I'm curious why. What? Okay.
Curious George? What?
I'm Curious Yellow. That's just the kind of thing that I know.
I had a person who, his name is Python, which I thought was a really inventive stripper name. He was bragging on Google Plus today about how he is so happy that he is a porn star now, and he gets to bang all the hot chicks. All the hot chicks. That should be a meme. And his name is Python. I thought that was a really horrifyingly bad porn name. Of course, I blocked him immediately and then posted it all over.
That's like his bragging rights. Bragging rights. Bang all the hot chicks. Right.
Bang
all the chicks. You're not saying it.
But I mean, like,
you know what? Instead of blocking him and doing that, you should like give him a suggestive user list.
Yeah, I've got some suggestions. No, but I did. I posted it, and it was really funny. But and I thought and then somebody said it was like Monty Python, and I said, well, if he had spam as a porn name, then I would totally dig it and probably circle him.
Right. Although putting spam in his profile is probably a mistake. He'll probably go pick that up and be like, spam.
Or the lumberjack. Or the
lumberjack.
The knight. To say me.
Or strawberry. Strawberry's a stripper name, right? Strawberry.
Well, it's a porn name, not a stripper name.
Oh, my bad. Oh, what's everyone's porn name? Did you already do this? Probably.
Lady Greeley.
I don't remember what mine is.
Is it your porn name or stripper name that was your name of your first pet and the name of the street that grew up on?
And your street, yeah.
Is it stripper or porn? What's the
Either
difference?
or stripper. I don't.
I'm Fribble's Melbourne.
It's either one, your stripper or your porn name.
Fribble's Melbourne. Yeah.
What? What?
Fribble, like at Friendly's, they had a drink called Fribbles. We named the pet Fribble.
Oh, I thought you meant like the trouble with Tribbles. No, that would have been cool.
And Melbourne, Fribble's Melbourne. So.
Oh, I'm such a geek. Tribbles. Mine is Pepper Taylor. I think that's a pretty cool name, personally.
I do like that. Mine is Duchess Woodward.
Duchess what?
Duchess Woodward.
Oh, British.
I think it's kind of S&M. I like it. Duchess Woodward.
Duchess Woodward.
Does that mean we have to talk about 50 Shades of Grey, or that's been over-talked about?
We haven't even...
I never read it.
Never read it.
But the idea that everyone's like, oh my god, they put us
It's
in
the
a
worst piece of
book.
writing I've ever read.
Did you read it?
You know what? If you get off, what do you think, Lynette, of it?
The writing sucked.
Yeah.
Did
I think the
it
writing was...
You know, that is, now I do know someone
watered down porn?
I know someone who is well versed in that world, and they said that it was clearly written by someone who does not know what they're talking about.
Yes, I think she hit Wikipedia hard. I think that's what happened.
Really?
I think she doesn't... All right, I'm not just going to say.
She's not an S&M. She's not a dom or a sub. She's an I don't know.
So again, this book was popular. Popular book meets movies.
Someone had referred to the way that I first heard about it. Actually, two friends simultaneously told me about it, and they referred to it as mommy porn, which I thought was, I'm like, what is this all about? And for a book to hit that critical mass and me not have heard about it was strange to me. But the two people that I had heard it from are not what I would consider. I don't want to say they're not well read, but they like the smutty, trashy. Like
Harlequin, romance, kind of blah blah.
Yeah,
with the guy on the cover without clothes, with underneath the body,
with the hair.
Yes, they read the escapism for know, mom kind of thing. So and then I was like, all right, and then so I had just had my surgery and I was all cracked down on Vicodin, so I said, what a better time to read this than now. So even on Vicodin, the book was like pretty bad. I mean, some of the scenes were all right, but. I don't know.
So is there a story to it?
The story doesn't even actually come until halfway through the second book.
It doesn't come until then.
Whatever.
With that book.
That was punning.
Someday.
The thing that I got worried about was two things. That one, that so many what I would consider mainstream soccer moms got a kick out of this book. You know, so they're like closet
BDSMers.
Yeah. And the other thing is that it's not that I don't feel that it inaccurately portrays a lifestyle. I think that it for a lot of people, this is their first experience reading anything like that or anything even in the erotica genre, and which I don't really read much of that, but it was like all these people were talking about it. I said, all right, like I'm stuck on a couch and I can't type, I have to read, so I'll read that. But it's not having read anything else, or for other people not reading other things in that genre, I was afraid that the story mixed too much with the lifestyle was actually a dangerous thing. Because a lot of the story was about how screwed up the main character was. What was his name? Christian Grey or something. And he was pretty messed up. And I think that people read that and assume that goes hand in hand with the lifestyle when that isn't the case.
That isn't the case, yeah.
And that's the part that actually made me sad about the entire thing. If you could be sad about somebody's fiction book.
And did you read the entire trilogy?
I've been sad about that before.
Housewives at home with wet panties right now, thinking that the way that this lifestyle means you have to have a completely messed up and demeaning lifestyle or whatever. It just.
You read the whole trilogy or just the first
I read all
one?
3 of them, yeah.
Right. And do you think the idea that his name is Christian, that has something to that's no like ironic thing? It's just
that's a very 80s bodice ripping name, Christian Grey.
Yeah.
No, but there's no like poker religion by calling him Christian, right?
No.
Okay.
No, that's a name. Christian Bale, Christian.
Oh yeah, no, I know it's a name, but it's a fictional name. And
it was either that or Tristan. So.
That's true.
You
know, I write sensual poetry, and I got in other sites. I've gotten involved in a lot of writers groups and a lot of other erotic. You know, I've done spoken word poetry and I've done actual shows, radio broadcasts where they would put my poetry to music and blah 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 whatever. And erotic stuff is usually very very blatant, and I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like obvious. I don't at all. And the stuff that I like, the stuff that I write, allows you to use your imagination a little bit. And that's what from what I've surmised from the books, there's no room for imagination. It's just all there.
Right.
I mean, boom, chicka, boom. Right. So I don't know that it's like, and I'm probably going to get lambasted for this, but for higher thinkers. Does that make any sense? I mean, it's like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, you're telling me everything I can't use my brain at all, and I don't like books like that.
Yeah, but I think the people that it's marketed to, I mean, if you think about...
I know.
The women, the people that are reading this, I actually know a couple gay guys that get a kick out of the book. That I'm so going to get smacked for this. I think
don't you mean lambasted?
Lambasted.
Oh, shut up. I can't
the author
help
may
I like
have
words.
been kind of quote-unquote filling in the gaps and not leaving much for the imagination because this isn't a topic that most people or the mainstream people are familiar with, so they they don't have the ability to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
When you're talking about romance and sensualism, as you do, Amy, I think most people that have had a mature adult relationship probably at least have some basis for filling in the gaps. But when you're talking about submissive poses and what like people don't know
it's S&M. It's a sub-dom culture.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah. And there are rituals and
safe words. Mine is blueberry or rutabaga. Depends on the day.
What? What? No, wait, Amy Gabriel, blueberry or rutaberry, please. Fruit?
No, Brubaker.
Blueberry or rutabaga.
It's a Robert Redford film, Brubaker.
Oh, Brubaker.
Nice. What did you say?
Is Robert Redford, now Robert Redford, he used to be doable and now not doable anymore?
I've known people in that culture, and it's actually not like they view it as, and I don't know if this goes along with the book because I just won't read it because I just can't bring myself to do it, but that, being, submissive is really, I mean, it's not what people think it is, and that I don't know if that book was along those lines or not, but, and people who are dominant aren't trying to be cruel. I mean, it's I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't a really good representation of the lifestyle, I think.
Okay.
Which, and like I said, like one person that I was talking to about it, they took everything very much at face value, and I think a lot of women that read the book could identify with the female in the book. Not me. I actually like the book better. No. But yeah, and I think it was kind of like wasn't Twilight? I didn't read those books, but like
I did.
And they were like, they kind of, the women that read it kind of identified with the girl in the book.
The reason that they could identify with Twilight is because she was a nothing. You put your own face in there. It was no.
Wait, did you say you identify with Twilight?
No, people can identify. Girls, any 12-year-old girl could put themselves in that role because she was nothing.
The only thing I got out of it was I was a 12-year-old girl once, and so had I have read those books when I was 12, I would have thought they were the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
I did not read them as a 12-year-old.
Whatever happened to, like, Teenage Valley High books and shit?
Encyclopedia Brown.
Vampires. Sparkly. Vampires are not supposed to sparkle. They're not.
Babysitter's Club. What?
They can glow in rice books.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. The Harry Potter books came out, and I don't know.
Those are brilliant.
Twilight. Yeah. I know they're different, but that idea of like the series and the young people.
You said Harry Potter and Twilight in the same breath. I will never speak to you again. I cannot.
I didn't say that they were the same thing.
I just over. Yay!
Yay! Ashlan's here, and he's not even the other side of Amy. Ash is kind of here in the dark.
Ash is here.
So now I have to share the stage with Ash, although we're both pretty, so it's all right. There he is.
There he is.
Ash is
we were talking about your hair.
Now, Ash, your name is Ashlan Nathens. Yeah. Now you're Blue Box Ash, so tell people about your scribbles and take your hat off.
I can't take my hat off. I've been in a freezer all night and I look atrocious. My scribbles. They're scribbles. I started drawing them for my daughter, and she loved them, and we were drawing them together all the time, and then I shared a couple and people loved them, so I've just been scribbling. Lynette, you got yours. What did you think?
Love them.
Yeah? He liked it?
I have to figure out a way, even though you're half a planet away from me, I have to figure out a way to pay you to send me the scribble. So
I can send it to you.
Like,
it's actually one of my favorite. Actually, one of the favorite ones I've done, the one I did for you. Jasmine loved them. My daughter Jasmine loved the mouse in that one.
Now, did you post any of Jasmine's or no?
No, they're just for her.
Gina, I forgot. Ash.
Jane's in like love zone. What?
No,
I know.
Jane's like, are you even there?
Ash.
Jane, I'll bring you back. somebody on YouTube said Clooney was awful as Batman. Do you want to kill that person or?
I could care less. I don't even remember the movie.
Oh, that's
Hey,
Clooney.
I haven't checked. Hey, has Amy changed her surname yet on Google Plus?
Oh, I didn't know what she's doing with that, Amy.
No, I changed it on the other face on Facebook.
Are you going to hyphenate it or just?
Okay, so is it Ms. Gabriel or Mrs. Gabriel now?
No, it's going to be Mrs. Gabriel Beanham, but I don't know if I'm going to change it on Google Plus yet or not.
Can you change it to Beckham? Because that sounds more like David Beckham.
I can't bend it like Beckham.
Can you bend it like Beanham?
Whoa!
Now
change it where I'm going.
This is what I was going to do. Okay, Ash, can you do a quick scribble or stripple? Could you do a scribble? Could you do a scribble? Could you tip your camera down and do a scribble while we're here?
Possibly. Amy, I'll have to send.
Me jumping out of a Google plane over.
And Ash, I just want to say that the scribble that you did for Nick and myself we're going to print it and frame it. It was just glorious.
Yeah, no. Let me send you the original. Let me send you the original.
Oh, that would be so lovely. My daughters got all teared up and loved it, and just all the kids loved it. It was just. It meant everything, so thank you.
Yeah, I had one this morning, which is, it's a little bit special, I don't know if I should say, but it's someone who wants who wants to propose to their partner. Sorry, I'm listening to someone calling me. Yeah, so, yeah.
That's
the first proposal one. I know. I don't know if I'll be allowed to share it, but yeah, no, it's a pretty cool one.
Maybe
so
after.
do something special for that.
Are you, so it's everyone around the world?
No, that's
for them?
Quite a few that people say I don't want this shared at all, which has been nice, and one or two of them I'd really wanted to, but that's what they want, and they pay for them, so I can't.
And you get that secret information about the crushes, right? That's kind of interesting, how people have to trust you with their crushes. And
yeah. But, I mean, at work, I've had one or two people who are very, very close friends. One, I think one's here, I won't name them, who have said, come on, give me a bit more, because
I told you not to tell anybody.
Not a word, so, yeah.
I can't wait till this goes, just outside of Google Plus, because this is going to get big, I can have a feeling. Yeah.
No, it'd be fun. That would be great. I'd love that. But,
you quit your freezer job.
You know what would be cool? If there was like a Scribble video game out of your characters, that'd be cool, right?
Well, I mean, why couldn't it go? I mean, people could do it on Twitter. You need
Scribble cartoons, Scribble comics.
I didn't get to say good morning to Cynthia. Hello, Miss Fine.
Good morning, Mr. Sheffield.
Good morning. In case I don't see you, the other ones too.
Am I allowed to say that on here? Am I allowed to do my
Probably not.
routine?
I think you should talk like Fran Drescher for the remainder of the show. I love that.
Have you got a new camera?
Really think
Let me blue box you here.
For those of you watching at home, blue box means they're gonna look at you big, like big time. So Ashlan, what is in store for you? Where we're at now in your life? What is besides the scribbles? What's doing in the world of Ash?
Why don't you tell us while you draw something so we can watch you create?
Well, hang on. What do you want me to draw? No, give me a break. I just walked home from work. Come on. What do you want?
We're doing a show. Draw something.
Jeez.
Draw us all skydiving out of an airplane.
No, I don't care what you draw.
Yeah, because that's quick. That's riveting radio.
It's one line for the plane, one line for
I feel bad for Ash. He just got home from work.
Take your time, honey.
We've been on the air for an hour and a half.
Oh, so no one's watching anymore then, yeah?
He's brilliant, and everyone needs to see him in action as I do.
All right. I won't draw it on air, but you name something you want me to draw, and I'll draw it, and we'll post it in the stream.
I want you to be on the air.
Wow. That's some cold SHIT right there.
Oh, he spells too, ladies.
I want to watch you draw it. I want to watch. She
wants the voyeur on air.
You know
voyeur on air. Ashlan, you're on the spot.
Come on.
Tell me what to draw. Come on then. All right.
Ladies, whatever you want.
Good.
Yeah,
he's saying whatever you want. I'm saying I saw skydiving out of a plane, but you know.
Yeah, make it simpler for him. Good heavens.
All right.
Tip a little down. Tip a little further down, Ash.
We're talking about your drawing, of course.
Yeah, there.
Well, you can't see it anyway. It's too blurry, surely.
No, it's not.
No, surely
Don't
it's
call me
not.
Shirley.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Is
yeah.
Mikowski just getting here? Okay. Sweet. All right, so while Ash is drawing away, and he's got the mushroom. Look at that. He's all mushroomed out. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Pat, you got the triangle of mushroom. You're a fun guy.
You know what? It looks like it's already sped up. He's drawing so fast.
We are watching Ashlan Nathens. He is now Blue Box. No pressure.
I thought you were going to talk while I do this.
We are. I'm talking.
We're supposed to be talking.
Look, there's a plane.
Are you actually drawing a plane?
Of course.
Wow.
You asked me to. That's what you said. You said you want...
Ah, yes.
Well, the Google Glass is a monocle. There's a
Oh,
Monopoly
yeah.
guy.
Make us all Monopoly people. Right.
Yeah.
When was the last time anyone actually played Monopoly? Sat down and played a physical game of Monopoly?
I played it recently. I like Monopoly.
Wow.
I'm more of a
like
chess
it.
player, but I don't mind Monopoly.
We have enough for our own rugby team here. And so we have like 4 people playing Xbox, 2 people playing checkers, 2 people playing cards. Somebody's getting beaten up in the bathroom. It's mayhem. Monopoly.
And Peter Brady is losing his voice. That's
Marsha. I know.
Time to change.
What are you talking about? That's my Scooby-Doo.
What was that? Was that Scrappy Doo?
That was like Scrappy-Doo, if Scrappy-Doo was Peter Brady.
Okay.
Scrappy-Doo is Peter Brady. I can't believe people know who Scrappy-Doo is.
How old do you think we are? No, she's like, she can't believe people don't. People know. Scooby, Scrappy, Shaggy. Was the Scooby-Doo everyone's favorite cartoon? The Jetsons growing up? Any Flintstones?
No. I
Ashlan
liked Astro Boy. Big Astro Boy fan growing up. But I didn't watch a lot of TV. I was a big Asterix, if you knew Asterix, the Adurzo and Radinsky or whatever their names are. I think that was a brilliant company. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I do.
Oh my
Lynette's like, I'm geeky enough to know that. It's like you and your
You must know this stuff. Asterix.
Yep.
Asterix and Obelix. Come on.
Yeah, that guy. I don't think
Lynette's like, I'm almost in Australia. I know.
I'm actually trying to...
So close.
Any of you know what I'm talking about? Asterix? Asterix. Oh,
Stop showing us that.
No.
I know what an asterisk is.
Okay, so one of the most amazing things about this comic is that it's all extremely clever wordplay and... Hang on. Am I allowed
Wait,
to...
don't show us. No, not really. No, don't. Stop. I don't think...
Okay, gotcha.
Well,
all right, so it's
well,
not written in English, and the way it translates with all the wordplay and puns is just intensely clever. Go look it up. Asterix. I won't show you anymore because I just got a sued by. Okay.
Yeah,
I
George
got my
Lucas is
back
next to
because of
us.
that. I lost it because I'd never seen Doctor Who.
What?
Yeah, I know. And I just started watching them today.
There's so many Doctor Who's, there's so many actors playing.
The best Doctor Who is David Tennant.
David Tennant, I agree.
You have to start with David Tennant.
I'll start with Doc number 9, and I'm going to go forward. And then I'll go back, and I'll go to what there is, and then I'll go back and watch the really old stuff.
Is Doctor Who everybody's favorite or not?
I remember the really old Doctor Who, but not the more recent.
Who was the one with really long curly hair that was around when I was about 8? That one was
I remember that one. I watched those with my parents when I was little.
Yeah.
He looked kind of like the original
Scary.
Willy Wonka guy.
Yes,
Gene Wilder. The original. You mean the meme capital? The meme-ish?
David Tennant is the best Doctor Who. He's the one before this young punk kid took over, and I haven't watched it, but since he took over... What?
No,
David Tennant, he is the Doctor.
All right.
Wouldn't that be great, just to be a companion?
Did you guys see the little cartoon
No
with
one's feeling
Superman going into the phone booth, into Doctor Who's? He went into the phone booth to change, and he's in his underwear, and Doctor Who's looking at him. No? Okay. Because in the phone booth, he changes. In
the Doctor.
How many years has Doctor Who been on?
A lot.
2 or 3.
That's it? 2 or 3? Not many Doctor Who's?
So, sorry.
There are 9 Doctor Who's.
No, there's more than that. I just Googled it.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Isn't it since like the 70s, 80s, something?
It has to be from at least the 70s.
No, Wikipedia right here. I got a list of the Doctors. First season, November 1963.
Ooh, 60.
11 is Matt Smith.
And then it went through 11. It went from 6.
Mine goes up to 11.
That's my number.
Oh, to 89. And then it picked up in 2005.
We're talking about Doctor Who.
9
If
is
you're
when
watching
I'm starting.
Doctor Who. I know Brahma McGuckin and Stephanie Van Pelt and Joseph. There's a lot of Doctor Who people out there.
Well, you know, they really can't count number 9. He's only on there for 1 season.
Number 9. Number 9. I
Did
bet
you guys
he counts it.
Bueller. What?
He's like,
I know, but it really wasn't. I mean, he started, and then that was it. David
He
Tennant
started.
is the man.
Doctor Who has a Google Plus page. And they post pretty regularly. They usually.
Is it a verified
Who
page?
posts it?
I don't know who does.
Is running it.
Who exactly? Who is running it? That's the correct answer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I figured I have
Yeah.
to start. Everybody has.
I'll
to
take
have a
random
doctor.
stranger for 10 points, Alex.
and
Probably not allowed to say that either.
the password is.
While the scribbler is scribbling, I wanted to share something delightful about today.
Good.
You know, so often you hear about weirdness that happens in Hangouts and all sorts of trash talking and this and that. And I was in a Hangout for about 15 minutes today, and it was remarkable. I only knew one person, Ash. It was TC, who lives in Japan.
Mhm.
And it was TC. So TC's in Japan. There was someone there in Germany. There was someone there in Ireland, and there's someone there in France. They're all musicians.
Wow.
And they were all playing for this doofus here, who was just, TC said, come on in. I'm like, okay. And it was so great. Now, mind you, they could have talked about porn after I left, which is irrelevant. Because as you know, I like to say porn in every hangout I'm in. But the thing is, it was such a wonderful hangout, and usually I don't go into hangouts where I don't know at least 2 or 3 people, or I'm throwing it. But I knew TC, and he said, come on in, this is a good one. And it was just, people were reading or playing, and it was like sitting in a really great studio, a really great space, and they were trying desperately to play together, and they did it as well as they could, even though the Hangouts are not yet set up for musicians to play together around the world. And one day I'm sure it will be. But it was magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're very close on that. They are.
I was just so thrilled to be there as they just kind of, they came in and just started playing, and it was great. It was wonderful. I got a little tingle.
Do you know if they ever played together before, or they were just trying out a jam session?
I don't know. I know TC plays with a lot of people a lot of time. I know he plays with one guy who plays a harmonica that I think may be easier for him to play with a lot. So I don't know. But it was just amazing.
That is very.
And then, of course, because I don't know who any of these people are, because it's not my usual group. You know, this is, to me, Google Plus is a lot like going to a really small college. I know there are millions of people here, but it's like a really small college. And they were like in the art building, and I'm usually not in the art building.
You're usually in the unmentionable building?
Yeah, I am, pretty much on double secret probation. That's the building that I'm in.
What up?
And, you know, I go and I look at all these people, and they're like, so-and-so verified, so-and-so verified, so-and-so verified. Oh. I'm usually just with Lynette and Matthew verified, you know.
Verified.
But it's like, these are all these artists, and so because, like, artists of what, or they draw, do they play, and they're in other countries, you know, I'm not plugged into that world, so I don't know who they are in the grand scheme of things. But it doesn't matter. They were just all there sharing their work, and it was fantastic. And that made me so happy, even happier than I already am, to be able to be part of this. But just I got like 15 minutes of a private session of just people playing for me. It was great.
No, it is great. There's a lot of great artists, a lot of great musicians, a lot of people that are doing that kind of thing. More and more people, artists, Ashlan, musicians, there's a lot, Lizzie Spid, K78, they're just popping up all over the place. So that's really, really excellent to hear.
I feel very untalented a lot of the times. Like, all I can do is talk.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
no,
I don't know if Lizzie watches this show, but she legitimately scared me this week. She sent me a message. She said, that's it, I'm coming to Perth, I'm going to cut off your hands.
Oh.
That's a threat. That's a threat.
I think she wants your hands to herself. Then is that what she wants?
No, you're going the wrong way there.
Oh, I don't mean it. Oh, I don't
she's
engage. I just meant she wanted your hands.
She loves
for
his
her.
artwork.
She loves your artwork. Is all I meant. You know.
Well, I know that's what she's saying, but there was no smiley face. I'm literally coming to Perth. Literally, she used the word literally. I think I'm going to cut off your hands.
And your response?
Oh.
Ouch!
My response was, Lizzie, you're scaring me. So, yeah, no, I'm not going to be going to any more of Lizzie's gigs. It's a little bit intimidating.
Wait, Amy says Amy...
No, she was...
I've got to go. I've got little ones that are making a fuss, so I'm going to go.
Well, we can, if you want to do a wrap-up, there's a new feature now that when I...
No, you guys keep going. It's fine.
I have to see the end of this drawing.
No, you guys keep going on. Yes, and thank you so much.
You wanted
to 2 hours super hangout conversation / broad-minded killer.
Power. Mazel tov to you. Nick and your 6 kids piece. Later, it was Gabriel.
Okay, so we have.
Focus. All right. Nice.
That's epic.
No, I see the mouse.
That's awesome.
Nice.
It's
Can
Lynette.
you see the little mouse?
Yeah.
The mouse.
Beautiful. Oh.
He's hanging on for dear life. Okay, who wants it?
No, if you could put both Hangout conversations and broad-minded.
Oh, you know what?
That'd be cool.
We just write to Sergey.
We send it to him.
We send it to Sergey.
There you go.
You could just write at the top, "Dear Sergey," and then just the picture.
We send it to Sergey, and we tag him in.
Dear Sergey from the Lovelies. I don't know who those are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So we're almost done with Ashlan.
So can I talk to you again now that am I allowed to do?
Can I be a
Yes.
Yes, Ashlan Nathens.
Ash, thank you so much for doing that, because that's...
Yes, thank you, Ash. That was very sweet.
Look at what you've done.
You're so great at
The disasters that have been caused.
He's like, I can't fix the camera. So Cynthia has to also take to the road.
Wait, no.
Yeah, Cynthia has to
Yeah,
go
I
now.
do. I'll have to go as well, guys. I'm surviving on like 2 hours of sleep, so I really do have to say good evening.
Well, thank you for being here, Cynthia Parrot, and we enjoyed
you.
Good night, Miss Fine.
You know, I missed the show for yesterday. I can't even do it. I'm so tired. Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Bye. Have a wonderful night. That's Cynthia Parrot. Love you.
Hey, and
Never
now
bites
Ash.
the hangout dust.
Ash,
Yes.
Now that you've done that, why don't you play that instrumental you were working on?
Absolutely not.
Let me pull the strings a little bit more and see what else we can get behind that door.
Absolutely not.
The show can end when I finish my cookie.
You still didn't eat that cookie yet?
Slowly.
It's rude to eat on camera, right? Just saying.
Not. Well, that's entertaining.
Hey, I'm starving. I just finished a 11-hour shift. I want to eat.
I'm starving. I'm alive and breathing.
Ooh.
You're awake, so you're hungry?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You're a hungry elephant.
I'm hungry like the wolf, pretty much. Thank you so much for that, Ash. That was lovely.
You're the greatest. You're the graciest. Ashest. The little Rick Ashley.
This is the thing. You asked me to now. I'm going to sit here and keep scribbling. I've got to put this away. Yeah, throw it over there. Okay.
Nice.
Huh? Yeah, thrown away. Gone.
That's terrific. Right. Yeah.
These are flying. So it was a pleasure. Is any last thoughts, last topics on the Hangout conversation / broadminding / Ashlan?
Thank you so much for having us, because Ash is part of the Broad-Minded Broads, because he is creating art for us eventually one day.
Pre-op.
Yeah. And he helps us as one of our producers.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I've heard things to the contrary. I wouldn't be. Yeah, just be careful of that guy. You know.
Lynette, did you notice we both turned completely away from Matthew in the Hangout? It's just like Ash is serious.
I still listen to assume talk all the time. Sorry. My crush on the entire continent is widely.
You see, you didn't hear. You weren't hearing the story.
Yeah.
She would actually be thrown out of a plane with Google Glass on her face. I think a dog is dying or vomiting.
I drew Google Glasses on the face. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yes, over Australia.
Over Sydney.
Okay. Sydney.
God bless.
Only Sydney?
Well, yeah.
He's like, I live in Perth, mother.
That's where I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to go to the,
Oceanic
You're on
8
the other
flight
side, I know.
815.
Just don't drop me in the middle, please.
Please.
I don't want to go in the middle.
Can't you swim? Don't Jersey women know how to swim?
Oh, there's
No,
nothing.
yeah.
Don't you know anything?
There's no water out there. No, it's actually the world's biggest inland lake, I think. Actually, I'll probably get corrected on that, but it's one of nothing but salt. It's a salt lake.
It's an assault lake.
I thought that was in Utah.
Lake Air.
I thought that was in
My
Florida.
geography's terrible. Probably going to get hammered by messages saying, "Who is this Australian? Doesn't know what he's talking about."
Well, there's
Lake
there's a guy on YouTube, Stuart is Australian.
EYRE.
Stuart Moncrief. Moncrief. That's for the win.
Yeah.
That's like, I know who Stuart is. He's a fanboy. He's a fanboy.
No,
Yeah.
old friend from a long time ago.
So Comic-Con just happened. Is there anything you want to say about Comic-Con? Lynette probably has like a million gazillion. In the last couple of minutes.
No, because I didn't go.
Now is Comic-Con, if you had to, as much as you love or not love South by Southwest, Comic-Con like way above South by Southwest? That's a toss-up. I can't answer that
Well,
one.
no, for work, South by is good for me, but Comic-Con has
For
nothing
entertainment.
Oh, yeah, be Comic-Con. I've never gone to one.
New York has a great one. I went to one.
I know, but I
I'll
want to
go.
go to the one on the other coast.
Oh.
Better.
Yeah. Although if you like lines, Comic-Con's are great for
I
lines.
want to go see, but that's the thing. I'm an elitist. I don't want to wait in any line.
No.
I don't. Like, I want to go see Felicia Day because I'm pretty sure we're related. But yeah, I don't want to wait in line to go see her.
And I'm guessing
She's hilarious. She's fantastic, isn't she? Have you met her before?
No. But Day is my maiden name. I'm pretty sure that I'm related to her.
have you connected with her at all here? Has there been a moment of
she
connection?
ignores me.
Aw, well,
What?
you're also like,
Yeah.
well, come on, she's got a gazillion.
Over the past year, I've tried to contact her on here, and I get nothing.
Wow.
Twitter
Okay.
and Twitter too, right?
Yeah, you must be related then. Seriously. That's
related.
cold.
You have like the same hair? No, kidding.
Yeah, I'm a redhead, so red and purple.
Maybe you have to get into gaming.
She's into everything, I think. But that's like, no.
Yeah, I'm a gamer. Oh, my game tag is not anything that I usually
Purple.
publicly associate with this account or anything else. So.
I didn't know you were a gamer. We might have to knock heads later.
Oh, is that what they call
Play.
it? Oh, interesting. You'll
Why
give
is
her a
everything filthy with you, Matthew?
We're on a show called Broad-Minded. What do you want from me?
A little bit more of a broad mind. It's just this channel
There
towards
you
the
go.
smut.
Oh.
Yeah.
If I can't make a joke, who's gonna do it?
He's always after her Lucky Charms.
Why do they keep making fun of me when I say that?
The show ended.
The show's almost over. Yeah, I met Mindy Sterling, the Bringing the Fat Nuts! That girl, she was very nice. I mean, yesterday. Whoopi Goldberg
I don't know her.
talked to me.
Okay.
Austin Powers, the girl, not Dr. Evil's henchwoman,
Yes.
with the whip and the Scotch! No, nothing.
Yeah.
No.
You're, no, not you. I'm thinking Ash. Ash was like, I don't watch movies or TV. Just cartoons.
No.
All right, well, it was a pleasure to have you, Ashley. Thank you for being on Hangout Conversations Broad-Minded Super Trippin' Happy Hour, and thanks for making it partially and really super trippin'. Can we see the scribble that you threw away?
If I didn't throw it too far away. There you go.
There is the scribble. Let's get a little close-up. Now take a picture. Well, now you'll be posting this?
Yeah, if you like. Whatever. Sure. Sure. It's
like
rubbish. I'll do it.
What?
What?
Nothing is rubbish.
What was it? 3.5 minutes.
I feel bad. I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't. Here's
I have to
Mark.
go because I think my dog is dying.
There's
So-
Byron Ripples.
Okay, that's not good.
Your dog is dying. Good night, Lynette Young. Good night, Jane Ellen. Good night, world. Good night, Ashlan. Thank you all. Thanks for watching.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Catch
Scarlett.
you later.
Good night, Tomboy, John Boy, Ashlan. You see all the women? No, I'm gone. Have a good night. Hangout Conversations. Join Broad-Minded next week episode 5, and we'll be back. We have a lot of great shows coming up. Lee Allison, we're going to do a live show as well. And check those out, youtube.com/Hangout Conversations for all the latest. New York City Herald 2 is coming up. That's going to be a lot of fun in August. And looking forward to more great show. I have a lot of special shows to do 7 to 9 on Monday, July 23rd. And just check hangoutconversations.com. And that was the show, No Conversations Plus tonight. I'm not worthy to all those women. Thank you for being here. Again, Jane Allen, Lynette Young, Cynthia Parrot, Amy Gabriel, and the one and awesome Scribble King, Ashlan Nathens. Mwah, mwah. Good night, Google+.